In the timeless halls of history, the Battle of Marathon echoes the sound of our Athenian heritage. However, through a slight fluke of an iced Joe, this essay will dare to throw a curveball in the way the wind blows, and the Persians will come out as victors in the battle, completely shifting the fate of ancient Greece, specifically in the fields of government, language, and the arts. The storm clouds gather. As dawn breaks over the plain of Marathon, a young runner, Phidippides, races towards the city, his heart pounding, eyes aflame. As the foremost instrument of Greek defeat, the might of the Persian Empire, led by General Darius, has descended upon Greece, shepherding a massive army and a naval fleet which obscures the sea. Athenian defenders have fought 40 skirmish-like battles with archers, destroying enormous numbers of Persians, reducing thousands of slaves, and terrorizing countless women. Yet for all the heroism, the Athenians, its defenders, are outnumbered and outmaneuvered constant attacks. The battle is fierce, and the ground shakes under the thundering horses of the Persians and the roar of the soldiers. The Greek phalanx by the Athenians is not broken by the Persians. There are so many Persians, though, that the Greeks cannot hold back any longer. They start to die more every day, and all of the citizens of Athens has been evacuated. The counterattack. The Greeks' effort is proving to be futile. They are almost getting beat down and pushed back into the moon. Finally, the line breaks, and all of the Greeks are getting attacked from all sides. The generals are trying to get all of them out of there because if any of them are alive, then there is a chance for Greece. The generals know that they need to make another stand, and so they reform whether it is what they are going to end in or not. As the dust settles and the cries of battle fade, the once proud city of Athens lies in ruins. The Persian army, victorious, lay claim to a great many spoils of war and set their sights further afield. You hear idle talk of the whole of Greece threatened with invasion next. The sea at Marathon looks fit for a sea battle, but right now it is empty, and still the only ripples come from the slender promontory of Makronissos to your left. And so it is with those in the battle at Marathon, whose lives as the sea is smooth today. Let the sea, dear Thoulus, sound this truth through its hollow caves. Our resolve may be weak, and the fulfillment of our fullest ambitions always unlikely and given up. In the ruins, the city gives up its wealth and power, its honor, its sacred statues, and the living beauty it drew to it. Athenians who have fallen in battle, brave but useless against the Persian foe, lie between the streets of the city. You can hear their battle cries come back to haunt us. A single doom is brought to us all in our unpreparedness for our ephemeral good plight. We are partially fools, it is all the same. The people of Athens, after their loss at Marathon, were sad. They were sad because they were defeated in the Marathon battle. The people were also sad because they were now being ruled by the Persians. After the Battle of Marathon, the people of Athens could no longer see the beautiful city of Athens and freedom. What they could only see was the upcoming disaster that was going to come from the Persians being in power. The people of Athens knew in their hearts that the Persians were just going to kill the remaining people of a battle. How the hostages knew this in their hearts was how mad the Persians were after they lost the battle. The people of Athens were also very sad because the Persians had killed them men and then set fire to their homes, or at least the Persians thought they did. What the people of Athens had done was before the Persians had killed the men of Athens, the people had taken all of their valuables and went off to another town to watch the rest of the battle. The people of Athens were so sad because they knew that the Persian ships were to fast for the Greeks' ships and would eventually catch them. The rest of the Greece felt the shock waves of Athens falling. All of the city-states quickly mobilized and got ready to defend themselves against the gathering of Persian beasts. Will the Greeks be able to finish it off, or will they fail and the Persians will take over all of the Greece? In the time that has passed since the Battle of Marathon, the world has had to learn about the Battle of Marathon and Athens many other different ways. An event like this has stayed relevant in everyone's memories until present day, and now it's time to learn why it did. While everyone learns different lessons from this battle, the lesson that I believe will forever be present in our everyday lives is arrogance, foolishness, and the repercussions that come with that. People in today's culture, and some in this room, take the word lesson as punishment of some sort. However, many lessons relate to good and bad times in stories, which is kind of the same as the Battle of Marathon because, if you think about it, Marathon also today is good news and bad news. The good news is we won a battle, and the bad news is guess who has to run about 25 miles to come and tell you they won and then collapse and die? Krentz. People always have lessons with good and bad, but teacher Leslie Krentz has just found the Battle of Marathon in a nutshell. Yet the spirit of Athens, though crushed, would live on. It would live on in the hearts and minds of the generations yet unborn, inspiring them to valor, sacrifice, and defiance in the cause of freedom. In the blackest days of the centuries which followed, when Athens seemed trampled into the earth forever, when her very memory seemed all but obliterated from the face of the world, it was the heroes of Marathon who bestrode the ancient schism that they left behind them a void of such proportions as would have given pause to men, and that, looming in that void, was the unconquerable light of freedom.